You've been gardening for years. But what if the real secret to healthy soil isn't more effort, it's less? In this guide, we'll uncover the quiet revolution in gardening, 20 ways to build rich, living soil without ever lifting a shovel. Senior gardeners across America swear by these methods. And once you hear their stories, you might never go back to digging again. 1. Soil is alive. Stop killing it. Soil isn't just dirt, it's a living ecosystem. Inside a single teaspoon there are more microbes than people on Earth. And just like your gut needs probiotics, your soil needs life to thrive. But when we dig, till, or pour on synthetic chemicals, we disturb that life. One 78-year-old gardener in Arizona told us she gave up tilling when she realized she was destroying the very thing that fed her plants. Now she lets roots, fungi, and mulch do the work, and her tomatoes? Twice the yield. The key is simple. Cover your soil, avoid compaction, and feed it naturally. Think of your garden bed not as a construction site, but as a forest floor. Undisturbed, alive, and humming quietly with life beneath the surface. 2. Roots keep working even after death. When a plant dies, we often yank it out, roots and all. But here's the twist. Those old roots? They're still doing their job. As they break down, they feed microbes and create air channels deep in the soil. It's like nature's plumbing and ventilation system. One retired teacher in Oregon leaves all her crop roots in place. Every old bean root is a gift to the soil, she says. She just trims the tops and mulches over them. Those roots rot, invite worms, and open paths for water and air. No digging, no hauling, just patience and soil that gets softer and richer with each passing season. 3. Why tilling might be hurting your garden. Many gardeners were taught to till, break up the soil for planting. But science tells a different story. Tilling chops up earthworm tunnels, kills fungi networks, and disrupts water retention. One senior couple in Georgia switched to no-till beds after reading about fungal hyphae, those thread-like structures that connect plants and help them share nutrients. We were killing our own allies, they realized. Now they layer compost and mulch on top, let nature do the mixing, and their soil holds moisture better than ever. Less work, more life. Tilling is out. Nature's layering system is in. 4. Living mulch, smarter than you think. Grass between your rows? Could be a friend, not a foe. Living mulch, clover, vetch, or even dandelions, shades the soil, feeds microbes, and prevents erosion. It's how prairies stay fertile. A veteran gardener in Vermont told us she started planting white clover between her raised beds for the bees. But the real win? Her soil stayed cool and moist through summer. And the clover pulled nitrogen from the air, fertilizing her vegetables without chemicals. Living mulch isn't just a ground cover. It's a workhorse, a gardener's assistant, and it doesn't need watering or weeding. 5. Compost is slow, and that's a good thing. Compost isn't fertilizer. It's a long-term relationship. A slow, steady source of organic matter that transforms your garden over years, not days. One retired engineer in Michigan built compost piles as tall as his waist. He doesn't turn them, doesn't rush, just layers food scraps, leaves, and waits. Nature never hurries, he says, yet everything is accomplished. His soil is rich, black, and crumbly. The secret? Add compost like you're feeding the forest floor. Gently, consistently. The magic comes not in the dump, but in the decay. 6. Companion planting, gardening with allies. Imagine your garden as a community. Some plants are great neighbors, others, not so much. Companion planting is about putting the right friends next to each other. Basil next to tomatoes? That's not folklore. Basil actually deters tomato hornworms. Marigolds near beans? They scare off nematodes. One widower in Texas shared how his garden felt emptier after his wife passed, so he started planting in pairs like she used to. Now, he said, it feels like she's still out there. The plants protect each other just like people do. It's emotional, yes, but also deeply effective. The soil benefits, the bugs behave, and the garden feels alive with intention. 7. Cover crops in raised beds? Absolutely. Cover crops aren't just for farms. You can grow them in raised beds, even in pots. Think of them as green blankets that protect and restore your soil. In winter, rye and oats suppress weeds and feed microbes as they break down. In spring, they become mulch. No digging. A 72-year-old gardener in Colorado seeds crimson clover in every empty bed. It keeps the soil from blowing away, she says. And the bees love it. Cover crops aren't just filler. They're healers. They add organic matter, boost nitrogen, and turn your garden into a living system, even when it's sleeping. 8. Fungi, the garden's hidden internet. If plants could talk underground, they'd speak through fungi. Mycorrhizal fungi form networks. Vast webs that link plant roots help share nutrients and defend against disease. But tilling and chemicals destroy these delicate connections. A Vietnam veteran in Florida told us his favorite tool is now powdered mushrooms. I sprinkle mycorrhizal fungi when I transplant, he says. And everything grows stronger. You won't see the fungi, but you'll notice how much healthier your plants look. Fungi don't just grow mushrooms. They grow resilience. They are your garden's Wi-Fi, invisible, essential, and way too easy to mess up if you dig. 9. Earthworms, your free labor force. You don't have to dig if you hire workers who never sleep. Earthworms are nature's tillers, constantly moving through soil, eating decaying matter and leaving nutrient-rich castings. They even aerate the ground. One retired nurse in Pennsylvania said, "I count worms like blessings. The more I see, the better my garden gets." She stopped turning the soil completely. Instead, she layers compost and lets the worms mix it. They do it better than I ever did, she laughs. Want more worms? Mulch heavily. At Compost. Keep soil moist but not soggy. Your garden will repay you with the quiet labor of 1,000 tiny helpers. 10. Water less, grow more. It sounds backwards, but many gardeners water too much, especially in summer. When you till, water runs off. But when you build spongy, undisturbed soil, it holds moisture like a sponge. A former firefighter in New Mexico said he used to water daily. Now it's twice a week. His secret? Mulch, compost, and no digging. The soil changed, he said. It became a living thing and it held the rain. He added a drip system and shaded his beds with squash vines. Result? His peppers thrived in 100 degrees Fahrenheit heat. Healthy soil means less stress, for plants and people alike. 11. Gardening without war. Let nature find balance. Forget pesticides and battles with bugs. Let your garden become a balanced ecosystem. Aphids attract ladybugs. Weeds invite pollinators. Birds eat beetles. A couple in Maine stopped spraying after a finch built a nest in their rose bush. We didn't want to poison her chicks, they said. Instead, they planted fennel and dill, which brought lacewings and hoverflies. Within weeks, their pest problem was gone. Nature works if you trust it. Build a bug hotel. Grow flowers between rows. Let your garden find its rhythm. It might not be spotless, but it'll be sustainable, beautiful, and buzzing with life. 12. Aged compost beats fresh manure. Fresh manure is hot, sometimes too hot for delicate roots. But aged compost? That's black gold. It's broken down, gentle, and full of nutrients your plants can use immediately. A retired mechanic in Kentucky compared it to whiskey. Fresh manure is moonshine, raw, harsh. Aged compost is smooth bourbon. He piles leaves, manure, and kitchen scraps in the fall. By spring, it's ready. No burn, no smell, just good dirt. If you're worried about pathogens or weeds, composting is the cure. Let time do the work. Your soil and your nose will thank you. 13. Shade isn't the enemy, it's a strategy. Sunlight is essential, but too much can stress plants and soil. Shade can actually help in summer, reducing water loss and protecting roots. One clever gardener in Arizona trained beans up trellises to shade lettuce underneath. It's a 2-story garden, she joked. Her lettuce lasted weeks longer in the heat. Trees, umbrellas, even row covers can make a big difference. Shade regulates temperature, holds moisture, and encourages beneficial fungi. Think of it like sunglasses for your soil. A little cover goes a long way. 14. Observation beats control. The best gardeners don't control nature. They study it. Sit in your garden. Watch where the sun hits. Notice where water pools. Track which plants thrive where. A widowed Army vet in Wisconsin spends 30 minutes each morning just observing. I don't garden anymore, he says. I guide. He learned that his blueberries hated tap water, so he started collecting rain. His cabbages liked the north side better, cooler soil. Every adjustment made the soil better, richer. Gardening isn't about forcing plants to obey. It's about listening, learning, and letting nature lead. 15. Gardening is mental, not just physical. You may not have the strength you once did, but you have something stronger: wisdom. Gardening without digging isn't just easier on your body, it's smarter. A 79-year-old woman in North Carolina said, "I used to garden with my hands. Now I garden with my eyes and my heart." She uses knee pads, raised beds, and sits as she sows. Her soil has improved every year because she's not disturbing it. "I do less," she smiles, "and get more." The soil remembers. It rewards patience, gentleness, and care. And so does your body.